So another crazy story for the Newman Report. We've got a teacher in San Diego, California, who has very kindly defined the word fascism and fascist for his students as Republicans and Christian and white and heterosexual. So if you are white, Christian, Republican, heterosexual, you are a fascist. At least that's what impressionable little children in San Diego are being taught by their English teacher. Pretty incredible, folks. This story was first reported by the Washington Examiner. They got testimony from a student. Obviously, the student has to remain unnamed because you know how these fascist teachers are. If they don't like what you say, they might give you a bad grade or worse, retaliate against you. So the poor student here has to remain anonymous, but he did take pictures of this atrocity. You can see right here, as it's currently constituted, the Republican Party is a fascist organization that no longer can be categorized as a conventional Democratic Party. So there you go. Half of American voters are fascists, maybe more than half of American voters. Pretty amazing. Who knew that we were all fascists? And it's pretty ironic because these people are really the essence of fascism. There was another picture that the student took with the the word fascist defined there as authoritarian. You've got Trump supporter, you've got heterosexual, you've got white, you've got Christian, people who don't want open borders. Yep, so those are all horrible, terrible, evil fascists. Amazing, folks. According to this student, the teacher actually went on to insult white and Christian people. This is a direct quote from the student, automatically putting them under that they're automatically fascist. So this teacher said examples of fascist parties would be the National Socialist Party, the Nazi Party of Adolf Hitler, and the Republican Party, which is pretty ironic. Actually, if you look at the ideology that animates the Democrat Party, basically the government needs to work with big business to silence your speech if we don't like it, if we call it misinformation. This is really like the very essence of fascism, and yet here they are calling Republicans fascist. Pretty amazing. And so also this student, he said that this took place in a class on how to write an argumentative essay. This was an English class, and somehow the teacher thought it'd be appropriate to teach these children, instead of how to write an argumentative essay, that Trump, Republicans, whites, and Christians were fascists. He also said, this completely caught me off guard. This is an English class. This isn't a political class or anything. I signed up for the class to learn how to write papers and stuff. I didn't sign up for the class for a teacher to be trying to shove his ideology down my throat. Now, I remember this kind of stuff. I never went to school in America until college, but this was the norm when I was in college. I had a business writing teacher come in and a professor say, hey guys, I'm a Marxist. Like, okay, what in the world does that have to do with English writing? And why would a totalitarian freak end up teaching a business writing class? I don't even believe in business, right? You believe all businesses should be collectively owned. But this is the norm now, folks. And the fascism and communism are very close cousins. And so I think we need to emphasize here that what is going on in this classroom is the same thing that has happened in so many totalitarian societies before the killing starts, right? You have the totalitarians dividing people up into different categories, the good categories and the bad categories, and then whipping up hate, whipping up this frenzy of violence against the targeted class. So in Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler, of course, whipped up hatred against various different categories of people, and then turned mainstream society loose on those people. In communist China, same type of thing. Chairman Mao and his goons divided society up into the red classes and the black classes. And this is what tyrants do, right? As Jesus put it, a kingdom divided against itself cannot stand. In one of the Gospels, he says, will be laid waste, will be brought to desolation. So that's what they're trying to do here. They're trying to divide Americans by political party, by class, by race, by heterosexual or homosexual, just any division that they can think of to have Americans turn on each other. But really, folks, I can't emphasize strongly enough that the people promoting this are the fascists. They are the communists. They want you to think that fascism is the opposite of communism. On a sensible political spectrum, you'd have no government on the far right, you'd have total government on the far left, and that means you'd have fascism and communism, which both believe in total government, essentially, right next to each other on the far left. But folks, this is now happening all over the country. It is the norm in public schools. Our children are being poisoned by this, and if we don't get a hold of it, if we don't stop it, America will not survive, and I'm convinced one more generation of this, it's all over.